now. Recording. Awesome. All right. Welcome to tonight's team call. Just in case you guys don't know who I am, my name's Anita Myron, and I've been a coach for just over 7 years. And yeah, I'm one of the leaders of our tribe. And we are going to talk about how to have conversations with, let me go ahead and mute everybody 1 second. We're going to talk about how to have conversations with your prospects. You guys will be so shocked to know that you may not be doing it right. And I remember having conversations when I first got started, and I was butchering what I was doing. I was word vomiting, and I wasn't being a trusted advisor or what we call a coach. And so I'm hoping that this training becomes a popular recording within our team that we can really just pass down our downline and help everybody have some really rock solid conversations going forward. First, we want to go ahead and recognize the coaches on our team who have reached Success Club or who are very close. Let me bring up our little handy dandy list real quick. All right. And we had a pretty big week. I mean, yesterday we had pumpkin spice come out. If you haven't already ordered your pumpkin spice Shakeology, do so as soon as possible. That stuff sold out last year before I can even order any. And it's really good stuff. So, and then a promo code should be coming out and available tomorrow, I think September 5th. So was there any?
I already got mine.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I need to check.
Yeah, they're out.
Awesome. All right. Shall we
Do
run?
you want me to read the list?
I can do it if you're wanting to do, you focus on what you're doing. What do you want?
All right, you can do it. I'll finish the grade, and then I just want to make a last announcement to join 4 weeks of the work.
Sounds good. Okay. I'll run through tonight. Okay, so the coaches who have reached Success Club 10, our very own Raina Odell. Then for Success Club 5, Success Club 6, my coach, Nikki Castile. By the way, she signed up last week as a coach. So congratulations, girlfriend, on hitting SC6. And then, so we've got a lot of awesome people already at SC4. And let me just remind you, it's only the 4th of the month. We've got plenty of time. But I always make it my goal to be at SC10 by the 15th of the month, so I'm not hustling at the very end. And just to reiterate, Success Club is the benchmark we use to make sure our businesses are growing. Okay, so we've got Sonia Perez. Okay, so these are all the people at SC4. We've got Sonia Perez, Gina Bersetta, Katarina Mendoza, Sarah Gardner, me, Bree Holland, Joel Holland, Lisa Gilvery. So now we're at the 2s, which started at me, Anita Myron, Bree Holland, Joelle Holland, Lisa Gilvery, Celeste Herrera, Stephanie Brinegar, my mom, Brenda Fields, Chelsea Adams, Kelly Perbs, Diana Dredgery, Caitlin Zuko, Brandy Fearing, Lisa Cunningham, Wendy Hughes, Megan Sargent, Jessica Vunk, Brianna Wilhite, Ashley Lasher, Nikki Baker, Brianna Jordan, Nicole Faulkner, Steph Denovi, Zachary Tyson, Celine Williams, Abreen Zaver, Melissa Stetson, Mallory Flynn, Lena Lawrence, Daniel Kipp, Lindsay Ross, Jessica Banner, Jamie Majewski, Amanda Krydinsky, Angel Perez, Emily Lichtig, Ashley Etch, Jessica Sesselman, Carly, I hope I'm saying that right, Fernandez, Allison Calder, and Lindsay Landers. Awesome job, you guys. Again, it's the 4th, so way to crush it and being ahead of the game. I know, I'm sure all those names will be at SC6. All right, so tonight I'm going to talk to you guys about having conversations. And what really inspired me to do this is my own situation. So I was going through previous conversations a couple of months ago, and I was trying to figure out why the heck am I not closing more sales? And so I'm going to talk to you guys as if we are a sales team, because at the end of the day, yes, we're offering value, we're helping people, but we are selling as well. And guys, don't let the word sales or being a salesman freak you out. Salesmen help people find solutions. They are people who are very valuable. like the sleazy car salesman thing. They give sales a really bad name, but I come from marketing and sales in real estate. I was a real estate agent, but I worked for a specific builder. So I sold their homes to customers, and my job was to present our options to real estate agents and to customers. And in that position, I learned a ton about sales. And I also learned to respect sales and respect salespeople, because I was helping people get aligned with the right home, get aligned with the right products, and have a really great experience. So when I look at my own life and the things that I use as a consumer, they were all sold to me by someone. A lot of the things I use. So for example, I've really fallen in love with the launch hair stuff, supplies. And I would have never bought that had someone not reached out to me from the company and asked me to try it. I would have never done it. Same with my skincare. I would have never bought some of the skincare products that have been such a huge, big deal in my life. Also, I would not have lost 70 pounds and become a Beachbody coach and earned all this money if Leslie hadn't invited me in the first place. Okay, and yes, we say inviting, but it's still sales as well. So we're going to talk to you in a sales manner. So tonight we're going to talk about making sales happen. And what was happening to me was my conversation started to go from giving solutions and directing them to the right option to selling them and not giving them a solution or value or option, just shooting off the information and hoping for the best, hoping that the numbers game will play out for me and I'll just find people. But I was losing people because I wasn't connecting them to value soon enough. So let me go ahead and screen share my slides. You guys will be proud. I made fancy slides. Bring my little thing over here. Present. All right. Got it. Okay, can everybody see this? Yes, yes? Okay, good. So hopefully Eric is going to be popping in here in just a minute. He's putting Warren down for bed, and he's going to be my prospect. But if he doesn't make it, which is very possible with Warren, then I'm going to pick one of you guys to be my prospect, which will be super fun. Actually, there might be three. We might do like 3 different examples real quick. Okay, so how to talk to your prospects from invite to close. So we aren't talking form right now. We are not talking relationship building. That all needs to happen before the invite, okay? Tonight, we're just going right to the invite. You need to be doing your job on the back end and the front end, creating relationships and getting people to like you. So first, you get people to trust you, and then you get them to like you. How do you do that? Well, that's why we're always talking about social media and showing up every single day. That's why we're always talking about getting in your stories and being authentic and real and letting people get to know you. And that's probably the hardest part for a lot of people, especially people who are shy or introverted. Going and telling your story online is scary. It was scary for me in the beginning. I was 200 pounds when I started this whole thing. Actually, I was 170 when I started coaching. So I wasn't completely confident in myself or my abilities as a coach. So, but yeah, I got out there and just started sharing and wearing my heart on my sleeve. And I always made sure every single day on my Instagram or my Facebook to show value and to show my story. So as I was building my following and adding people to my network, more and more people were finding me, getting to know me, liking me, and trusting me. So I'm talking to you guys about inviting and talking to a prospect who has already been following you and who has built a relationship with you, whether it be a conversation you guys have already had, or whether it be on your social media platform engaging with a post in some capacity. I will say the best relationships come from that behind the scenes conversation. I really truly believe that if Leslie and I didn't have that behind the scenes conversation about coaching and Shakeology and our programs, I don't think I'd be here. I am not the type of person to just click on a call to action and go for it. That's not me. Never has been, because I barely trust anyone online. And it shouldn't be any different for your prospects, really. Truthfully, you're lucky when you get people going through a call to action, okay? You really want to start having conversations every day with people. And you can start striking up just very simple conversations or commenting back and forth with people on engaging posts. So say you ask a question or you make a post that provokes a thought or provokes a comment, it's up to you to quickly shoot them off a response comment or send them a quick message and respond and start having that quick back and forth banter. That is where that trust comes in, because up until that point, you're just somebody in their inbox. They don't know who you are. You're just somebody in their feed. You could be a robot for all they know, but then you message them and then you're real. And that changes everything. You have to be having conversations. Okay, so at this point though, we're assuming that this person has had some sort of interaction with you. For me, it's all about my Instagram stories and my Instagram posts. I'm always asking questions. I'm putting polls up. I'm putting every opportunity I can possibly have to create engagement on my page, because that's how I slide into people's DMs. Okay, so I'll see that they voted on a poll, they commented on a post, they liked something I was doing, they're following my stories, and that's where I kind of get in there and start the process. And I'm one to just go right for the invite. I don't do a lot of form. I do more so, okay, we've connected through this, like a comment or a poll. Now I'm going to swoop in an invite. And and through that invite, I hope to create relationships. So how to talk to your prospects. All right, guys. So in lieu or celebration of our 4 weeks of the work diamond training that we're throwing together and rocking out, me and Leslie and I, I'm going to use a cuss word. Own your shit and be a trusted advisor. What does that mean? Owning your shit means belief and conviction in everything that you do. When you show up to your computer, do not invite unless you fully believe what you have to offer will help somebody. You yourself have to know the value of what you're doing. And that's why I'm always recruiting and bringing on coaches with a challenge pack. I very rarely sign up somebody with the $40 fee. Usually when they do that, it's because they bought a challenge pack before and they're going to get the fee reimbursed, or they've already done products separate from a challenge pack. But I'm always bringing in coaches, and I, in fact, have made it sort of like a rule of thumb. If you want to join my team and get mentored by me, I need to see that you've got skin in the game. You've got to at least be a customer, okay? But when you go to invite, you got to show up with conviction. I've got a stinking solution that's going to change your life, and I stand behind it. And when you sit down to start your little messages, you better be on fire excited. Because if you are feeling sluggish, tired, annoyed, lacking belief, lacking conviction, your customers will read you like you're a computer or a bot. We don't want that. We want you to seem as real and excited as possible, because your excitement and your energy is going to be what closes the deal, that gets them inspired and gets them to click purchase, okay? You're asking somebody to talk to you about their waistline and their wallet, two very sensitive topics, and you gotta be somebody they really trust and want to have that conversation with. So if you show up like, man, you should do a challenge group. We got these workouts and some things. Great. What do you say? That's not going to inspire or motivate anyone. It's not going to get anybody like, oh, yeah, let's do it. But when I do my invites, I'm pumped up. In fact, at this point, I'm doing video invites. So I'm going to talk to you guys about what I say in my video invites. But my video invite, there's no hiding behind anything. I got to be on. Like, hey girl, oh my God, you are so awesome. We're going to freaking do this. What are your goals? Like when I do that, when I talk in my video, people are like, yes, 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 all the yes. I want to do whatever. I want to smoke whatever you're smoking. I want to drink the Kool-Aid. The thing is, when I met Leslie and then I saw her life unfold on social media, I was like, I don't care what Kool-Aid she's drinking or what like stuff she's smoking. I want to do that because she is on a whole nother level of positivity, and I need to be there because I'm not there right now. Okay. And so that's what you've got to be. You've got to be the inspiration before anything else. And belief and conviction that when you show up to that invite, you're the shit. You've got the shit and you are the shit, and you are going to be shocked out of your mind if someone says no, because you just so know that this is the shit. Okay. So because when you show up to have the conversation, you want to be a trusted advisor. Okay. You want them to see you as a coach with a legit business who really wants to help them. You're not just somebody trying to make money off of them. When you show up with passion about what you are talking about and offering as a sale, it's hard to say no to somebody who is so freaking fired up about something, right? I remember, actually, I still do this. When someone from another MLM reaches out to me and has the balls to send me a video and a voice message and tell me how much it's changed their life, I buy from them. I really do. I never bought Rodan Fields products in my entire life until 3 weeks ago when this gorgeous little rep messages me and on voice messenger, and she's like, I've got a solution. You're beautiful. I really think that this is going to help you at night with your skincare regimen. You know, let me help you. I'm really excited about this company. I'm brand new, but I'm so pumped up. I said, what's your link? Tell me what I need. And I went and bought it because she was jazzed up and believed in that product like crazy. Okay. And I love, love, love their products. And I'm so glad that I love their vibe. I love what I've tried. So don't be afraid of the invitation, because if you don't, someone else will invite. Someone else is going to show up in their inbox, showing up with a lot of conviction and excitement, and they're going to sign up with them. You've got to think that way. If I don't get in this person's inbox now, I lose my chance. Guys, I'm inviting 30 to 50 people a day. Like, I go ham with these invites because I don't want to miss the opportunity. They're a new follower. They are showing up in my newsfeed. I want to get in there right away, as soon as possible. So show up ready to save lives. So when you go to do that invite, you've got to be like, girl, I got what you need. Like, I'm so excited to talk to you about this. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what does an invite actually look like. Yes. No, I'll just pick on someone else. Eric's like, I'm tired. Okay, so we're going to define the lead and common ground through stories and posts. And we already touched on that. So for me, I go to my Instagram stories, I swipe up, and I see all the people who have watched my stories. You can click on the eyeballs, and those people come up. So this is why it's so important to be active on social media, because this is a way to mass connect with people. This is a way to connect with more people. When you see coaches hitting that SC50 and above, usually it's because they've got a pretty good social media presence and they've created a lot of traction and conversations on their feeds, okay? So I find the lead in and the common ground through stories and posts. So if they like my stuff, I say the invite. Or if they're following my stories, I say the invite. So here's the invite. You guys ready? Grab your pen and paper. So it depends on where I'm inviting them from. But I always say, so let's use stories as an example. You can change it and tailor it to posts. But I say, hey, and I put their name. Thank you for following my Instagram stories. I just saw that you watched my last Instagram story, and I typically do the very last one because they're usually around their phone at that time. I say, I just saw that you were watching my last Instagram story, and typically people follow me because I share health and wellness tips and lifestyle hacks and things like that. And I realized when I saw your profile that we've actually never had a conversation about what it is I offer my clients. And I was wondering if I can share with you information about my virtual bootcamp. Very non-threatening. I led with a common ground. They were following my Instagram stories. Guys, this is why Instagram stories is so valuable. They know you now. They're warm market. If they're on your Instagram stories and you're doing your job by posting daily and showing up, they're going to know you. So anytime I invite from on Instagram stories, a lot of the times I get ghosted. That's just part of it. In fact, most of the time I get ghosted. When somebody does answer me, it's, I just love your posts. You're so positive and motivating. I really enjoy what you are doing. And sure, send me details. Okay. And so when I say that, invite, confidence all the way. I'm not like, I became a coach and I want you to buy a challenge pack from me. You got to lead in like you are the boss. Like you've got something going on. Like you've got it going on and they need to be a part of it. So when you're inviting, hey, I noticed that we've never worked together and I think you should know how I help my clients. Do you mind if I share that with you? They can't be like, what are you calling me, fat? They're following your stories and you're a fitness page. So there, or you post about fitness. So just by saying, hey, I post about, people usually follow me for health and wellness and lifestyle tips. So that's why I'm reaching out, wondering if that's something you'd be interested in. Okay. Next slide. I'm not seeing the chat for questions. So I'm just going to hope that, Leslie, can you answer anything in the chat? If I go to the chat, I'm going to go like, squirrel. Okay. We already went on that slide. All right, the interview. So once they say, yes, I want details. Usually, guys, it's a ghost or yes. I almost never get no thank you. I always get seen at 8 p.m. and then nothing. Or I get, sure, send me details. I will say, guys, 2 and 30 come back the first time. Two out of 30 invites. That's kind of what I'm seeing. That's how many usually come back to say, yes, I want details, okay? But the key is those people are seeds planted. Those 28 other people that ghosted me are people I'm gonna follow up with eventually. I'm gonna stalk them. They're in my stories, they're watching my stuff. I have every right to be like, hey girl, I see you watching my stories. I got info for you, let's do this, okay? So when someone does say, sure, then you launch the interview process, okay? This is when you put your trusted advisor, your counselor, your therapist, your doctor cap on, and now you're here to present a prescription, but you've got to find out what the problem is. What's the ailment? What's the pain point? Okay, so you start with, what are your goals? Great. You want details? Awesome. I'm so excited to share with you what this is all about. But first, would you mind sharing with me what your overall health and wellness goals are? What would you like to achieve? And then they'll come back and they'll tell you 9 times out of 10, I want to lose 10 pounds. I just had a baby. I really want to get back in shape. I'm very busy at my job. I used to be 135 and now I'm 210. Any kind of tips and advice would be great. That's kind of usually what people say back. So at that point, that's when you start to peel back the onion and try to get to the core, which is the pain point. You're trying to get to what is stopping them from being there already. What halted them from reaching that goal already? Guys, it's usually 3 things. And your job is to get them to say it. It's usually time management, motivation, lack of energy, and lack of a plan. Those are the 4 things. Okay, so you want to peel back the onion and figure out what of those 4 things is really the problem for them. So we say with the interview, great, what are your goals? And they come back and they say the goals. You come back and you say, great, thank you for sharing with me. Always thank them. And then go back and just say, all right, so what worked for you before? Have you ever lost weight before? Or have you ever reached that goal before? And what worked? And then when they say, I worked out for 2 hours a day at 8,000 calories a day. I'm telling you, that's what people come back with all the time. Or I was eating Weight Watchers and I had 3 points a day and I ate 2 calories a day. It's always some crash diet, right? It's something that's not sustainable. Or it's simply, I never had a plan. I didn't know what to do. Okay, so you got to find out, okay, so what didn't work? And then what's holding you back right now from having already reached that goal? That is the money spot. That question right there is your launching point to being a solutions provider. But you can't go forward with this interview or this conversation until you find the pain point. So if it takes hours, if it takes days, if it takes going back and forth for weeks until you get that pain point, you really can't offer a solution. You've got to figure out what the problem is. They're talking to you and giving you their goals for a reason. There's a problem. You've got to find out what it is. Usually they say, I want to lose this weight. So you got to find out what's stopping them. Is it energy? Is it time? Is it motivation? Or is it a lack of a plan? So you find out the pain point and you kind of tuck it in your back pocket at this point. You know, let's use the example, I am low on energy and I don't have a lot of time. Great. Put that in your back pocket. And when they tell you that, say this. This is called the, how do I say this? This is when you say, I feel, felt, found. Sorry. Feel, felt, found. This is another sales saying, feel, felt, found. But this works, guys. They tell you the pain point and then you tell your story. I totally get how you feel. I felt that way once before. So there's the feel and the felt. I get how you feel. I felt like that before. And now I found that having a plan and having a solution is the only way to succeed. Also having success or having accountability and support. In my journey of having those three things, I lost 70 pounds. Now, you may not have lost 70 pounds. Maybe you lost 5. Maybe you lost 10. Maybe you stayed the same, but you've gained confidence and you've gained better skin tone, or you wear a different clothing size. Say, yeah, I went from a size 10 to a size 6 because I found this solution. And I get what you felt, and I found a solution, and here's what happened to me. I lost 70 pounds. That's my personal story. So that's what I say. I was a mom. I just had my daughter. This is so important, you guys. This is how you create that trusted advisor and that common ground. It gives them that place where they're like, oh, she gets it. She's not just this fitness coach, this fitness expert. She's lost weight. She gets it. That's what I love so much about 2B Mindset and Alana. Hearing her story of having been in the upper 200s, like that inspires me to know, and knowing that she's been in that same mindset before, just feeling trapped and feeling lost and not having a plan. So you say the feel, felt, found, and then you share what happened to you. And then you say, I feel like we have a solution here for you, and I want to tell you more about it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I hope my story inspired you, and I'm so excited to tell you what we have to offer in my virtual bootcamp. So now you present solutions. Present your summary and come to agreement on solutions. This is where YouTube becomes your best friend, okay? I love YouTube. I went to YouTube University and learned about Beachbody coaching. That's exactly where I learned all of this for Beachbody, okay? So when I find out, and we said we're gonna use time and energy as their pain point, as what's holding them back. So what I'm gonna do is think about my experience as a customer and what products helped me. So for me, time and energy, I immediately think Energize. I immediately think Shakeology. I immediately think Morning Meltdown 100. I immediately think Transform 20. So, or T25. But I tend to show the newer programs because they look good and they've got some excitement around them and you can say they're new. I tend to go for the newer programs. So when it's time and energy, I say, all right, girl, I've got the best program for you. It really has changed my life and it's changing my boot campers' lives. And because you said you're short on time, this is going to be really great for you. And then I ask, do you feel like if you had a workout under 30 minutes long, would that help you wrap your mind around showing up every day? If your workout, if you knew the workout was only 30 minutes of your day, would you show up? What if you only had to work out for 20 minutes? Would you show up every day? I ask that question. And then they say, yeah, 9 times out of 10, heck yeah, I've got 20 minutes. Everyone's got 20 minutes. In the morning, before bed, every person, I don't care who you are, you will find 20 minutes. And if you can't find 20 minutes, then you got to change something because that is not the way to live. okay? So what if I told you you could work out 20 minutes a day? And then I present the first solution. This is Transform 20. It's Shaun T's newest program. He is a top trainer in the industry, super trainer. He's an amazing motivator. And I find that when I press play on this workout, it's amazing because he motivates me first thing in the morning. And I know if I just give it my all I have to do is 20 minutes. I show them that. And then I wait. I wait for them to tell me what they think about the program. And then I say, great. Now let's talk about your energy issues. I've got a solution for that as well. And then I pull the Energize video from YouTube. This is Energize. If you've been following me, you know I call it crap juice. This is also commonly known as the Mama Go juice, the Go-Go juice. But I'm telling you, this is my secret weapon. I pound one of these before my Transform 20 workout. There's no stopping me. This is me believing in it, Energize. Do you hear it in my voice, you guys? I slam that Energize at 6 a.m. and I'm like a rocket ship. I'm pressing play, I'm pumped up, ready to go, and nothing is stopping me. When they hear that, and I'm doing this in Voice Messenger, guys, which is amazing that you guys have that now. Back when I first got started, it was all typing. Now I'm just voice messaging, which is they can hear the excitement and the conviction. Energize is amazing. It makes me feel like I'm unstoppable, and I press play and I'm ready to go. And I'll tell you what, before I have that shake, you couldn't get me to work out. I'm just not there. I'm not mentally excited. I don't feel good. And you guess what? Sometimes I work out just so I can drink my crack juice. Is anybody else like that, by the way? Like you think, I'm going to get my Energize, I'm going to go work out, right? So there's her solution. Transform 20, 20 minutes. I found her solution. She can do 20 minutes. Energize, found the solution. And then I think about other things that might help her with time. I send her the beach bars video. And then I send her Shakeology. And then I say, these are just various options. We can put together a package for you of these things. But these are the things that I think, actually, I know will change your life based on what you need. So I've peeled the onion. I found the pain point, and I found the solution. What would stand in the way of telling me no? Like what would get them to say yes or get them to say no? And it's typically the price. But what I've done now is I've presented the crap out of that value. I presented how amazing Energize is, how amazing Transform 20 is, and my personal story with those products, okay? So we've come to an agreement. Yes, this is it. This is going to help me. Yes, it may come back and confirm it. Yes, you got to wait for the confirmation. Yes, I really think this is going to help me. Okay. And then this is the only part of my conversations that are scripted. Everything that you just heard is fly by the seat of my pants. Okay. I have real conversations and I truly sit down and I read their goals. I read their pain points. I get invested because I want to present them with a solution I fully believe will change their lives because that will help me sell them on it. It'll help me get excited for them. When they say, yes, it does look like something that can really help me, I get pumped up. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, girl. We're going to do this. We're going to have a great time. And you're just going to feel so amazing. So then I go into the script. And the script for me is just super simple. And you don't have to use this, but I'm going to post it up into our team page so you can grab it and just sort of make it your own. This is kind of my own voice. But I tell them, my coaching is complimentary when you join my virtual bootcamp. I help align you with a fitness plan, meal plan, nutrition guide, personal development, supplementation, daily group coaching, and one-on-one coaching. My boot campers, whoa, what? My finger is going crazy. Okay. My boot campers see some pretty amazing results on the inside and out. My goal is to help you morph into the healthiest and happiest version of yourself. How does that sound? And I leave it at that. And I wait for them to say, sounds great. Okay. I don't know why this part of my slide is missing, but it's basically me waiting for them to say great. So I put sound good. And I also mentioned we're going to be working with other ladies from all over the country and just having a really great time and supporting one another. and then it's time to close the sale. So I'm going to post this scripting into the team page as well, but I do a very basic breakdown of the cost. Okay. So after I've gotten them confirmed that I have the solution, usually if you've gotten them this far, you guys, they're a yes. They sometimes fall away at the solution part. Actually, most of the time when I send the program or when I send my story, people tend to get a little like ADD, distracted, and they don't message me back. That's where following up is crucial. You have to follow up. And I'm telling you guys, all these conversations you're having are seeds planted. We're going to talk about that more in just a second. But most people are going to tell you no. You got to be shocked that they told you no because, gosh, you have the solution. What the heck? But they usually are going to say no at first. It takes me 4 or 5 follow-ups, guys, and I posted this in the team page. I posted an example of exactly 4 follow-ups with somebody. I was like, hey, girl, where you at? What's going on? I see you follow my stories. What's happening? Hello? And then I sent her eyeballs. I was like, all right, I see you, girlfriend. Like, don't stalk me and ignore me. I see you. And they come back cracking up. I know, I'm sorry. My kid, he like took my phone, flushed it down the toilet. All these reasons and excuses why they decided to ignore me. But usually they're like, fine, this girl means business. She's not going anywhere. That Rodan Fields rep that I bought from, by the way, followed up with me 5 freaking times. Like, the reason she sent the voice message was because of the 5 unread messages she had sent to me. And I just kept like ignoring her. And then I finally saw a voice message and I was like, ooh, I wonder what this girl has to say to me. So the voice messenger is so key, saying, hey, where you at? Okay. So you get this person to the point, and this is where you present the price and the value. And I'll post this up in the team page, what I say, but I simply say, okay, so when you join with the challenge pack, you're going to get the absolute best fitness programs, access to over 700 workouts. So you're not just going to get Transform 20, girl. You're going to get all the programs for a full year. How awesome is that? Also, you're going to get a 30-day supply of Energize, the mama crack juice that we talked about. That's going to come in your package too. And you're also going to get Recover, which is going to help you get to the next day and press play again. You're also going to get support, motivation, and accountability in my virtual bootcamp Facebook page. And you're also going to have me if you ever have questions or need anything through your journey. How does that sound? Great. Okay, so the cost will come out to, and whatever the current, so 160 is typically where we're at on challenge packs. So all of that is just 160. And then sometimes I will go, if they've mentioned cost issues to me, I'll go even further and saying, what's so cool about this is you're basically getting Beachbody On Demand All Access for an entire year for like pennies on the dollar. You're getting it like $30 for an entire year when you purchase it with Energize and with Recover. So you're driving the cost down on that big time. If they go with the Shakeology route, if they see the video of Shakeology and they're like, I want to do that, then I would say, okay, great. You're going to get this, access to over 700 workouts and access to daily dense dose of nutrition. That is a health overhaul. And guess what? It replaces a meal a day. So it replaces something already in your budget. And people love that. They're like, oh, it's replacing something in my budget. And I say, I use Shakeology for lunch. It replaces the cost of my lunch every day. And it's a heck of a lot healthier than, say, Wendy's, Starbucks, Subway. And I can count on it being easy, quick, grab and go. And you said you had issues with time. So this is going to save you time. And then I say the cost, and then I just kind of wait. Because usually they're going to come back with I can't afford that right now, or let's do it. Okay? Most of the time is I can't afford it right now. Am I right? Is everybody like on the same page with me on that? Everyone's like, I can't afford it. And my husband said no. That's usually, and that's where we're headed next. Okay, next slide. So objections do not mean no. It means they don't understand the value, and it's up to you to show them that. okay? They still are saying no. It's because something's missing and they need to know what it is. They need to know and understand the value. It's when they say I don't have the money, they have money. They just don't feel like this is a priority yet and their money should go there yet. That was me. I didn't have a ton of money, but I had $160 in my bank account. I could have just spent that, but that wasn't a priority to me until it became a priority. Until I was like, okay, I'm freaking sick and tired. And I saw a post that Leslie made that inspired me. And like, you just never know when that light bulb's going to go on, you guys. It's like, oh, I'm ready. You just never know. That's why you have to keep following up. But when you're having that ending conversation and you're trying to close the sale, this is where objection handling comes into play. And you cannot get upset and you cannot let emotions drive you when you're doing objection handling. I have been there, guys, because I believe in this so much that I think people are crazy to say no to this. $160, here's where you've got to get your conviction in place, guys. You need to know this. A challenge pack is $160. They're going to get access to a trainer every day in their living room for an entire year. They're going to get a meal plan and it's going to cost them what? The cost of replacing lunch every day. That's crazy. And then think about this. Personal trainers charge $50 to $100 an hour. You're not working out with that trainer every day. You don't see that trainer every single day at your workout. You're on your own. You see them once a week, $50 to $100, and they're like, here, do this. Let me show you how, and that's it. They're not there telling you what to do every single day, okay? You're kind of on your own, and you're paying out the butt for it. Okay, so think about that when you're presenting the cost. In the back of your head, you've got to really believe in this value. You got to really believe, and that's why I'm trying to tell you, this is way less expensive than a trainer. It's way less expensive than a nutritionist helping you get a diet plan together. I can't even tell you how much that costs because usually my insurance would have covered it, or it would have cost so much money that I wouldn't even like gone that route to begin with. Or they're looking at wraps and shakes and quick fixes, and they're not real solutions, and they're also really expensive, and they're buying all their meals and all their meals are shakes. Like, you've got to believe in this. Guys, this is so cool. You're giving them workouts for an entire year for like what, $30 for the challenge pack, and you're going to give them basically a shake to overhaul their health. So they're not just getting fit and healthy, they're going to glow. They're going to be healthier from the inside out. That's why having your own personal experience with Shakeology is so, so key, because you've got to be able to say, dude, this changed my life. I have people every day asking me about my skincare. Guys, I use a face wash and that is it. And I sleep in my makeup. I only wash my face in the morning. Why does my face look the way it does? Because I have been drinking. This is my personal story. I can't make any guarantees about other people, but my personal story is when I started drinking Shakeology, within 6 months, I could see a difference in the circles under my eyes, the color of my hair, the brightness of the whites in my eyes. I was getting healthier. I know this to be true, so I can speak to it when I'm sharing it with other people. And I could talk about it with conviction and passion because I have my own personal story. Now, if you don't have your own personal story yet, use someone else's. Maybe conduct an interview in our team page. Hey, please drop your stories with such and such product and program. Okay, so let's talk about the objections, the most common ones. We're almost done, you guys. Common objections. And this was my objection, so this is why I know the objections. Money. Husband says no. Time. Simply not that motivated, and energy. Okay, so with money, if someone says, I can't afford it, and I'm going to post this as well with almost any of these objections, I always say pretty much the same thing, and I'm going to post that as well. I'm going to post my scripting as far as like what I say for costs, what I say for details, and then my big objection handler. And I kind of just have one for everything. And I simply say when it's money or when it's time or whatnot, and it's usually money and time, because the husband's usually the one saying no because of the money, right? You got to get over the money hump to get rid of the husband hump. So I always come back, and I've got it memorized because I just, whip it out or I say it on voice messenger, and you'll get better at it over time. But for now, copy and paste what I share, kind of make it your own a little bit. That's what's nice about this. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just use what's working for other people. So I just say, hey, I totally get, this is the feel, felt, found thing again. I totally get how you feel. When I got started, money was a major issue for me, but I was really overweight. I was depressed. I was unhappy. I was tired. And $160 at the time seemed a lot, but let me tell you, I went out and I researched what the cost would be for a personal trainer. I researched the cost of what every individual ingredient in Shakeology would have cost me. I went out and I looked at the cost of working with a nutritionist and getting a meal plan tailored to me. I looked at the cost of joining a gym, and this was the absolute least expensive option. Number one, because Shakeology replaces the cost of something already in my budget. So guess what? It's as if I was getting 700 workouts for $30. I always say, I don't know about you, but that's freaking cheap. And it's an amazing deal because you're not just working with any old trainer, you're working with super motivators, super trainers. And on top of that, there's nowhere that's going to support you and motivate you in your journey every single day like this. I know this to be true. From my own personal experience, $160 changed my life. $160 was the reason I lost 70 pounds and am the mother and wife and person I am today. $160 was just a matter of me prioritizing, selling a couple shoes to Plato's Closet, and asking my husband for the other half, and I paid him back. So what do you say? That's it. I've slammed that value and I just totally handled that objection, right? Like money, husband, time, motivation, energy. I gave her the solution for her energy and her time. Now, all we need to get past is the money part. And so I've got to show her, my job is to show her that this is cheap, because people see 160 and they think, holy crap, all at once 160, and they're not seeing the big picture. They just see the dollar signs. So it's your job to be like, boom, 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 boom. This was me. This is what I found. This is why I spent $160. This is what happened to me. I lost 70 pounds. Holy crap. And when they see that and you come back, also something I like to say at the end, I wouldn't be a good coach if I just let you walk away from this. You told me what was important to you. You said you said you wanted to lose weight. You said you were depressed. You said that you spent most of your time on the couch wishing you could keep up with your child and you can barely get off the couch. I'm here to tell you that if you just try this, if you just try this for 30 days and it doesn't work for you, then you get your money back. You have nothing to lose. You said you wanted this, so let's do it. What do you say? Still no, I'm not ready. When they say no at that point, you know it's because they truly are not prioritizing this yet. Their health concerns are sort of like in the back of their mind. It's a fair weather thing. It's not, they're just not ready. It's not that you don't have an amazing product or a solution. You did an amazing job. If you did everything I just said, you did an amazing job being a trusted advisor and coach. But if you get to the end and they're just like, nope, not for me, can't do this. It's just that they are not ready. Usually when I get to this point and I say that objection, they usually say, let me get back to you in a couple hours. They go talk to their husband, they go shift some things around their bank account, they go get a credit card from their grandma, and they're like, okay, you know you're right. I keep putting this off. If I keep putting it off, I'm never gonna do it. Let's do this. Okay, so that's basically it. But let me tell you what, those are gem conversations that are very rare. Because usually what happens is they ghost you because they're not ready to talk about their waistline and their wallet, right? So that's where follow-up is so crucial. I'm telling you, they always ghost me or say no for about 4 times, and I keep sliding in their DMs with, hey girl, I see you. You liked my post. You commented on my post. You watched my stories. Why are you ghosting me? Like I call them out, and they think it's funny because I use voice messenger and it's pretty hilarious how I say it. But they come back and they're like, okay, I'm listening. And also, you have got to stay in your newsfeed. You've got to stay in your Instagram stories. You've got to stay in their feed, because your story, your journey, you constantly sharing basic objections. Like, I like to post about objections. So I like to post about how this is great for a time. 20 minutes a day, I get a great workout in. Or I post about energy. Here's my mom go-go crack juice. I feel amazing. This helps me with time. Money. I can't believe I get this, and this for 160. Holy crap. So I'm always putting that stuff in their face. I'm constantly showing up with my story, with coaches' stories, other customers in my challenge groups. I'm always showing my challenge groups on my stories and showing success stories. And then when they are ready, because you're going to say something that triggers them, and they're going to be like, all right, you did your job. You told me the value. You said that you had the solutions. I know you do. I'm ready. Send me the link. So, but the conversation that starts from invite and all the way to closing the sale is very rare. You usually have a little bit of a gap where they disappear into oblivion, because usually you're coming out of nowhere inviting them. Sometimes they don't have that on their mind until you ask them, and they're like, sure. Those are usually the ones that are like, I got to come back to you on that. But if you have somebody that's on a call to action, that's like, hey, I'm interested in learning more. Or if you invite somebody, they're like, actually, yes, I need to lose this weight. They're more likely to kind of go all the way to the end with you. And that's it for my slides. And I've officially lost my voice. Let me get out of here. Why can't I? Bear with me. I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I haven't looked at the chat. There's 33 chats. But I'm sure Leslie handled the questions, right?
Yeah, the biggest thing was a lot of people just asking for the scripts or like your scripting, but Sarah popped on and shared a bunch of it, and we all challenged Jade to level up and use voice message, even though she hates her voice. Everyone should be using voice message. How else are you doing Instagram stories, you guys?
I sound like Cher, okay? People have said to me, you sound like Cher. Like, my kids have said it. I'll be like singing a song, and they're like, you sound like Cher. I hate my voice, and I especially hate the way I look on video, but people don't care how you look. They care about your message, right? Mm-hmm. Heck, buy a ring light, put on some makeup, and make a video, and just use that video forever as an invite, you know? That makes life easier.
Don't put on some makeup.
What's that? Or don't. Just
I said, or don't put on some makeup. People will be like, who are you?
The beauty of a video invite is that all you gotta do is click send, click send, click send.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of simple. And when you don't add words, people are like, what the heck is she sending me? It's her. Oh my God, play. It's usually like, you know, because it's like you go from just this like words and a picture to an actual human. It's really kind of freaky, but it gets people's attention. Okay. I need to get some fired up when she gets fired up. All right.
Somebody said that they stumble over their words in voice messages and stuff like that. I do it all the time. I also just got Invisalign, so I'm like spitting on the phone when I'm talking to it. But I start laughing at myself, and I'm like, did I really just say that? And I actually say it like as if I'm talking to someone like my friend, and that's how I'm having a really good like feedback on my voice messages. So don't worry if you mess up. It's fine because you're real. They see you're real. You're not some Instagram sensation, you know, so don't worry about it.
Your realness.
It makes you seem like you're actually just messaging them. Like if you're just reading it like
exactly.
a script.
Not like a script.
They're going to think you just sent that to 20 other people. Whereas if like you're talking and you're like, oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. And like you restart. They're like, oh my gosh, she's like, that's who you feel real. Like you're a real person.
I kind of wish you could record a voice message and send it off a bunch, but
I'm sure it's
I couldn't find that. That'd be easier too. All right, guys.
I think the video message is perfect.
Yes.
Especially for follow-ups.
Heck, Gina, do one with your baby in the video. People love that too. Like, oh okay. She's got her baby. She's in a sports bra. She's like, hey, girl, do this with me. I would sign up with you. Like, make it as real as you can possibly make it. Don't make it into this professional video, because then people are going to be like, you know?
Right. And you're going to have fun with that. I did a video once, like just follow-ups that I was sending out. And I did them with Ro, who's my dog, because my kids are not at home anymore. But I literally held Ro, like Gina is holding her little one. And I was like, just checking in, Ro, and I want to know if you're jumping into our back to school boot camp, like, fellow dog moms, like, let's go. And it was so, like, I got a huge response from that. People like, your dog is amazing. Like, even if they've never responded before, they were responding because I was holding my dog.
That's pretty genius. I've never thought to do that.
I don't have kids. I can't even pick them up. So.
That'd be hysterical.
Creative.
All right, gang. Thanks so much for hopping on. I know tonight was a long call, but it was an important one. This is a huge part of what we do. I'm going to get the recording up right now and get it into our team page so you can send it to your team. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Oh, do you guys want to do a quick boomerang? Okay. Ready? What are we going to do? What should we do? Dance? Dance party? Can somebody tag me? Ready? Go. All right.
Did anybody actually take the boomerang? Hold on. Who took it?
I thought somebody else was taking it.
I was trying to get mine pulled up and you guys all started dancing. Like, I didn't have it. I'm sorry.
Ready, go. Okay, ready?
No.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. There I go, sounding like Cher. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Have a good night.